Can a 10-minute walk really bring value to your life? I believe the answer is a resounding yes. And in this video, I'm going to talk about 7 ways that taking a 10-minute walk every day can bring value to your life, maybe even change it for the better. Hi, I'm Dave. It's important for you to know that I'm not a doctor, not a licensed personal trainer. Instead, I'm a guy who loves walking. Since 2013, I've averaged about 19,000 steps a day, not because I have to, but because I want to. I love walking that much. And to encourage others, maybe even you, to walk more and to sit less, I do a daily 10-minute podcast, Walking is Fitness. Each episode is not recorded in a studio with me imploring you to get out and take that walk. Every episode is recorded while I'm out walking, so essentially we're taking a walk together. And let's do that now and talk about 7 ways that taking a 10-minute walk every day can bring value to your life. Number 1, it's an investment in your current and future health. Taking a walk every day can lower the risk of an early death, can lower the risk of heart disease, certain types of cancers, type 2 diabetes, dementia, and more. Now, I don't mean to suggest that a 10-minute walk is all you need, that will maximize the risk reduction for all of this bad stuff. But it does reduce the risk. And if you're wondering, how much do you need to walk every day to get the maximum benefits in these risk reductions? Well, research indicates about 7,500 steps a day lowers the risk of all those bad things, and after that it begins to plateau, with the exception of dementia. The risk reduction begins to plateau after about 10,000 steps. But circling back to 7,500 steps, if you walk on average 4,000 steps a day, just doing your day-to-day stuff, and that's about the average, to walk 7,500 steps would be another 35 to 45 minutes of walking. So clearly more than 10 minutes, but 10 minutes will have an impact. And that's huge. That brings value to your life. That's number 1. Number 2, taking a 10-minute walk within 90 minutes of mealtime can regulate glucose spikes, which of course has an impact on type 2 diabetes. Additional bonus, walking shortly after eating can also improve the digestive process. Back in the day, they used to call that taking their morning constitutional. It was a way to get the blood flowing and to, improve the digestive process. So that's number 2. The third value of taking a 10-minute walk is to break up sitting. There is an abundance of research indicating the dangers of sitting for long periods of time, sitting a lot through the course of a day. And you can break up that sitting with a 10-minute walk. In fact, you don't even need to walk for 10 minutes. Even a 30-second walk will break up that sitting. If you take a 30-second walk every 30 minutes, a 1-minute walk every 30 minutes, that has a huge impact on lowering the risks associated with lots of sitting. By the way, if you are going to commit to taking a walk every day, one of the important things to do, and I can't understate the importance of this, is to have shoes that are comfortable, because if your feet aren't happy, you're not going to want to walk. No matter how much you think you want to walk, if your feet are sore or uncomfortable, that's really going to impact the motivation to walk every day. I'm recommending shoes from Fitville. Right now, as I'm walking, I'm wearing the Rebound Neos from Fitville. One of the things about Fitville is all of their shoes come with a wider toe box. Now, I don't have extra wide feet, and I was even a little skeptical. What kind of difference is this going to make? And then I started wearing my Fitville Rebound Neos, and my goodness, the difference is tremendous. These are well-made shoes. They're sturdy, they're stable, which really matters if you're walking on an unstable surface, as I am right now. Fitville, by the way, is sponsoring this video. They have shoes for walking, for running, for hiking, for golf, for tennis. They have casual shoes. They even have specialty shoes for certain types of medical conditions. And I think if you use the link in the video description, you're going to be pleasantly shocked at the price point for these shoes. But there's more. If you use the code WF28, Fitville will knock 28% off the cost of your purchase. That's a pretty great deal. So 10 minutes of walking every day. Value number 4 is that it can help calm anxiety. It can help manage stress. And I think we know this intuitively. I mean, even without the research behind it, even without someone telling us that this works, when we are feeling frustrated or anxious, maybe even angry, we know that if we get up and take a walk, we're going to feel better. And it's a great way to manage stress, which leads to value number 5. When we're feeling those intense negative emotions, maybe anxiety, and our day is starting to spiral out of control, and you take that walk, even a 10-minute walk, it's going to help you to feel better, and it has the potential of changing your day, changing the course of your day, the direction of your day, which is going to impact you, and let's face it, it's also going to impact the people in your world. So that is benefit number 5, value number 5. Number 6, taking that 10-minute walk helps us to think better. And there's research behind this. You know, the blood gets flowing to the brain, and we're able to think with more clarity, greater focus. We're also able to be more creative. And taking that walk helps you and I think better. Charles Dickens, who wrote a tremendous number of classics, including The Christmas Carol, he loved walking. In fact, much of The Christmas Carol, you know, Ebenezer Scrooge, it's told was thought of, created, the ideas came to Charles Dickens as he was walking through the streets of London. He actually went through a season of insomnia. And instead of laying in bed staring at the ceiling, he would get up and walk through the streets of London in the middle of the night. And that's where he got the idea, a lot of the ideas for A Christmas Carol. So you think better when you take a 10-minute walk. And then the 7th value benefit of a 10-minute walk is it's a great way to establish a fitness habit. Fitness habits are hard. They're hard to start. They're even harder to maintain. And a lot of times we get the idea that, okay, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to dive into fitness. I'm going to start exercising more. And we dive into the deep end of the pool before we learn how to swim. And after a week or two, we've lost that initial burst of motivation, and it ends up by the wayside. So it's much better to start small. Small commitments require small motivation. Big commitments require big motivation. And so when you start with a 10-minute walk every day, almost all of us can find room in our daily schedule for a 10-minute walk. Pro tip, schedule it at the same time every day. It makes it easier to remember, and it also prioritizes the walk. Take a 10-minute walk every day. You do that for 90 days, make a commitment to do that for 90 days. At the end of 90 days, most likely you have a habit. You've also got greater fitness capacity and probably even fitness momentum. And my guess is at that point, you'll even be enjoying the walk more. And you can use the podcast, Walking is Fitness, every day, brand new 10-minute episode that will give you a little added motivation to get out the door and to take the walk. There is a tremendous value in taking a 10-minute walk every day. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.